Aloha, Mother Fathers. Welcome in another episode of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast, episode number 8,476. So happy you're with us. It feels like that, doesn't it, at this point?
It does. It does, even though this is only episode 81 technically, but we've been gone physically for a couple weeks now.
I feel like I took like 4 months off.
I know. It was great.
And somehow watched wrestling still every single day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Since the last show that aired, we did our top 10 list, which you can see on the TikTok. Since our last show, I think there have been 3,000 wrestling shows that have aired since last Friday.
We've literally watched wrestling, I think, 6-7 days in a row.
Unbelievable. It's almost like a full-time job. It's like, come on. Oh, man. It's only a side hustle. It's only a side hustle.
It's defeating the purpose of the name.
Yes.
Like a little bit.
It really is.
Like, you're tired. Like, you're projecting right now. You're not.
I mean, this is a side hustle. This is not meant to become a main hustle. It's just a side hustle.
I mean, that was the tagline on the first episode.
I know. Now
look at us.
I know.
81 deep.
81 deep. And if Sirius XM picks up, boy, we're off to the races.
We'll change absolutely nothing because if you watch the show, you know that we say a lot of stuff anyway. Like, it's already kind of crazy.
Unbelievable.
But there was a lot that went on this past week and weekend. So we should, in all fairness, kind of give our thoughts on the thing that stood out the most to us. That's how we're leading the show. Of course, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to, and check out the audio versions as well. If you can't see, if you're blind, don't worry, we have you covered. Just listen. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app. Is there another one? Odyssey? Yeah.
Odyssey.
Yeah, Odyssey.
Yep. On there.
People have the audacity to listen to us on Odyssey.
Hey.
That's my dad joke quota for the day. All right. So, and don't forget, use the promo code SHWP10. Head over to WGG.com. Use our promo code. Get 10% off. Double A just recently got his shipment in of DUBBY Energy. We're still waiting on the tub. That's coming in soon. So we can try that live for you guys here. And, yeah, I mean, reviews are amazing.
I got the sample, sample pack.
Yep.
Really, really good stuff. And you can tell the difference between a great quality energy drink and the ones that are not good for your body. Like, you can tell the difference. And, like, this gets you going. This right here, and all the flavors I tried are, really, really good. The blue ras purple grape is my favorite.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, my goodness. Really good stuff.
If you're not too sure, get the starter pack because it kind of gets you that first initial step into the process. You get to try some things out, find your favorite flavor. But again, SHWP10, WGG. Make sure you guys go and click that link. Use the 10% off because we want to save you some money. Get you some really good products. So we love it. We hope you do too. And we loved wrestling over the past number of days. My God, there was so much. I'm going to go first because I don't have a backup and you do. So if I say the same thing you do, I don't feel as bad. My overall take, and probably the biggest thing I noticed from this past weekend, is that and I mentioned this actually, believe it or not, in the Reacts Wednesday evening for AEW, the discrepancy in the women's division between two companies, between AEW and WWE, is astounding. How much further along WWE is compared to AEW. Whoa, AEW only has 2 shows and WWE technically has 3. Okay. But AEW's women's roster is probably larger than WWE's, and they still find a way to utilize them properly. They had their own show on Sunday, the women did in WWE. And it might have been the best show of the year. Like, it was that good. There was not a lot of bad moments in that show. A couple slip-ups here or there, but those happen almost in any match nowadays.
And we're not saying that just because it's women, so you got to...
No, I'm being serious.
We're talking about storytelling, the in-ring quality.
And the Rhea Ripley Io Sky match, to me, was better than any match on AEW's card. And on Evolution, it was the best show, or the best match on the show. It was probably the best match of the entire week for me. And I mentioned it when we reacted to Evolution, probably one of the top matches I think I've ever seen. They played off each other so well. I mean, Io Sky is making me regret not putting her in the top 10 now for top 10 women's wrestlers of all time. Rhea solidifying her place in both of ours with that performance too. She just brings it every single time. And Naomi being the foil in all of it. It gives Seth Rollins WrestleMania 31 vibes of coming in at the last second.
Phenomenal.
Granted, that match was nowhere near as good between Roman and Brock as it was between Rhea and Io, which made me upset a little bit, but also like happy for Naomi. Great she got her chance to to kind of step into the spotlight even more. But yeah, dude, you can just tell. And the Tony and Mercedes match was good, but nothing compared to WWE's women's division on any show at this point. Any show. NXT, Raw, SmackDown, it doesn't matter. They've found a way to present the women better. I mean, if they're really upset, there was reports they were upset about the booking and about their time. I mean, I don't see it. I mean, they just keep performing.
The Evolution girls?
I'm talking about in general. There was reports backstage that the women were upset with how they were being presented. Evolution kind of put a big check mark on it too, like, hey, 3 weeks to build to this. What the hell? But no, I'm thoroughly impressed with WWE and that side of things. We can get into a whole bunch of different avenues, like their upper card and their main event scene in the NXT title picture right now is terrible. Honestly, it's Obafemi and no one else. But the women's division, I can't think of a match I'm not excited to see unless it involves Kairi Sane. But that's beside the point. Like, they put her with Asuka, so now I'm curious about it. That they did that again. They found a way to make it work. So,
well, the thing I like too. I didn't even realize this until like other people pointed it out, like after Raw. Like, other than the Gauntlet match, almost the entire show was women.
And it made sense.
I didn't even notice. Like, I didn't even notice. Like, oh, they have to do it this way. Like, every story made sense. I would actually put Bayley and Lyra like up there near the top. That's one of my match of the year candidates, honestly.
Also very good.
Like, really, really, really great stuff. And to your point, it all ties into storytelling. Up and down the WWE women's card. It's all storytelling.
I was looking at the clock on Monday, and it was like 9:20. I'm like, they have not... There's been like a backstage segment with Dom, and other than that, it's been all women. And it's been a good show.
Yep.
Like, it goes to show you, like, you can find a way still. And I want to see the ratings. We haven't looked at them yet, but I mean, I'm sure Raw did pretty well on Netflix again, just because it was unbelievable. I mean, just the dynamic they had and the storytelling and the people and the women that are doing it. It's insane, man. My
top takeaway is that AEW is in for a fight. The fact that AEW All In, for once, again, I had complaints about the Wednesday show. I just don't think Tony Khan can put a good television show together. I just don't think he can. But as far as concluding storylines, number one, as far as everything tying together, look, he made All In his WrestleMania and all the stories all tied in. And he looked at WWE and said, look, I'm going to purposely extend my show so my audience, the sickos and also the casuals who are watching AEW pay-per-view for the first time, you're not tuning over to Saturday night's main event for the first hour. You're going to watch my main event. And we're in for a fight. And we're not going to lay down. And I thought AEW this past weekend, especially with the death match, especially... and I do stand by what you said about the women, but I thought Mercedes and Tony was a pretty good match. But that death match, they really did a great job. People did not regret spending their money on the AEW pay-per-view. Yeah,
I don't know. Because I was the one that bought it, and then you guys reimbursed me properly afterwards. It's just not my thing. Some people are into just pulling a fork out 30 seconds into a match and stabbing some guy in the head. That's not my forte and what I think or consider pro wrestling to be. I don't think it's ever been that. I think this has been created by people on the indies and stuff like that, and that's not me saying independent wrestling is bad. If you watch the show, we love Exodus Pro, AIW, stuff here locally. The people that do it right and do wrestling the right way. I mean, there's a place for it, obviously, but that's where they're going to stay. And I know they're in for a fight, but the fight's a losing battle because they're not going to get more people with stuff like that. Well, they're going to cater to their fans they have. They're not going to lose much more, but there's really not much more to lose.
I understand what you're saying, too. I thought this past weekend, going to a fork spot, 30 seconds into a match.
They rang the bell and he pulled it out of his boot.
Yeah, rang the bell all right, here's a fork. Here you go.
Like there was odds in Vegas to say, how quick are they going to bleed? Let's find out. It's like, okay. I mean, we already saw blood. It's I expected it.
Do you like that they used real glass?
I don't care. I really, I don't.
I don't know. I just like the fact that I thought overall the Death Rider story was poorly explained, but in terms of tying everything together, as far as the things fans wanted to see.
Yes.
As far as, you know what? That championship was gone for all that time, and we saw the championship belt.
9 months. And it still had the Bryan Danielson side plates on it. That's how
I
long.
like the little I like that detail.
Almost like Tony just forgot to change them. You know, it's crazy, right? Yeah.
I kind of like that detail.
No, honestly, it's the last 10 minutes of that match, even maybe 15 minutes of that match, were great.
Mm-hmm.
It was the getting through the first crap and the barbed wire stuff and all that, which, again, I understand. It's their audience. It's their fan base. I would not let my son watch AEW TV or AEW pay-per-views just because of what they do. And honestly, that's where they're going to lose a lot of people because a lot of families enjoy wrestling and they enjoy getting caught up in the storylines and the moments, but they can't see that and be like, yes, I want to show my 8-year-old son you getting stabbed in the head with a fork 30 seconds into the bell ringing. And
they curse for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason.
Make it mean something. Like, if it's going to be, like, I'm not saying, oh, they need to clean it up or whatever it is, but, like, it becomes, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And one person has it as their gimmick, and that's Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Storm, and that's fine. That's her thing. It's her character is the 1920s Hollywood raunchy woman or whatever. That's cool, whatever. But, like, don't make every single person then. It's like, why is everyone putting people through tables? Make it, like, one thing so the crowd does blow when it happens, and it's a huge moment, and it means something for your show or your story, whatever. It's a lot of just common stuff you pick up watching it, or if you've worked in the industry, booked, whatever. Most people can figure that out, but Tony hasn't, so that's where it is.
Well, and again, the one thing that I like, though, is that he said, hey, I'm bringing a fight to WWE. Of course, talking about, the runtime. If you were to do that again, first off, it only works because you start the show at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can't have the longest running pay-per-view show ever at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night.
No, because that's not true. Because look at boxing, right? Look at MMA. They don't get to the main event until 2 in the morning most times.
I was at the previous longest North American pro wrestling show of all time, WrestleMania 35, and it is not a good feeling having your main event on at midnight.
And that's why there's 2 nights of WrestleMania now.
Yeah, it is not a good feeling because to this day I feel sorry for Becky Lynch because people were dead tired when she finally won the title. But if you're going to go that route, if you're just saying, hey, we're not going to let WWE pick on us, then you know what? For the in-arena crowd, give us an intermission. We'll do give us a 15-minute intermission before the main events. Let people stretch. If it's going to be long, let the fans at home stretch, okay, for 15 minutes. But
what did Teddy Roosevelt say? Speak softly and carry a big stick. That's fine. Compete. Don't talk about it. Don't tell me what you're doing. I can see it. Mm-hmm. I'm not blind. I know
we all can see it.
We know what you're trying to do. We know the other show starts at 8 and your show is supposed to end 30 minutes ago, but you want to roll this thing through. And we get it. Like, it's the constant talking about it and the constant pressure and push. It's the tribalism they accuse other people of having that they incite by bringing up the other company.
Yes.
Will Ospreay for 15 straight interviews talking about we're better than WWE. No, you're not. There is literally no metric monetarily, ratings, social media, anything that says you are in fact better than the other company. You cannot say that. You can have an opinion. That's great, but you can't factually say that your company is superior to the other ones. Oh, we have better wrestlers. Do you? What's the proof?
By the way,
what is it?
Speaking of Will Ospreay, it's in a key storyline. Take a time off just cause for the next month.
Well, that's the blow off, right? Mm-hmm. He's out now because he pulled the Seth Rollins. He sacrificed everything for the greater good.
Well, so did Hangman Page and John Moxley. They had a death match and they competed on Wednesday.
Darby Allin worked with Sting so long he's become him. So how about that? He's just hanging out in the rafters. He's going to stay up there for 2 years now. Yeah. He likes heights, in case you forgot.
All right. That's our top story. All right, let's get to my favorite promo of the week now. As we do often on this show, we're going to break fourth wall because we want to make sure that everyone is addressed and taken care of. So, thankfully, the fine folks over at Spectrum, they're doing a feature on us. And I mention that because we're going to do the promo of the week. Of course, Taylor Brook from Spectrum News 1. Sierra's here taping some stuff right now. I'm going to mention this because we're going to play a promo. Our promo of the week brought to you by Mike Fabert from State Farm. I don't know if this promo has cursing in it.
It does at the very end.
So
And she put the camera down. All right.
that's why, again, thank you. See, we break the fourth wall on this show sometimes. Just wanted to point out in advance. I don't want anybody else to get in trouble.
Before we start, anyone else kind of sad that Hangman didn't do this one in Spanish too? Or is that just me? Quiero, like, he just do it. It was.
There were some reports at work that at the day job, it's like, hey, do this report in Spanish.
No. Let me say it for you in Spanish. No. Absolutely not. I can't. Yeah. My high school Spanish education would not be able to correlate into a proper report.
Man, listen.
Or promo in this situation.
Man,
either.
listen. I did well in Spanish 1 in Maple. That's because we watched movies on Fridays. It was great.
I took Spanish 1 twice.
I should have took
so much I went back for a second time.
I should have took Spanish 1 twice. All I learned was FA.
I took 3 years of Spanish technically, and all I can tell you is I can only ask you if I can sharpen my pencil and where's the bathroom. Why those two stick in my head? I don't know.
We couldn't even do that. We just walked out of the classroom. All
That's
right.
wild.
Let's play the promo of the week. This is courtesy of AEW, All Elite Wrestling.
For the first time.
So we may or may not get kicked off the air after we air this. This is the AEW World Champion. That's the you'll see it around his waist. It's what we call a World Heavyweight Championship title.
If you forgot what it looked like, because nobody buys them on the website or it wasn't around for 9 months, it looks like that. It's huge.
So, again, courtesy of AEW, here is Hangman Adam Page live from Playhouse Square in Chicago with this promo.
We're here tonight. And for all of you who are in All In Texas and all of you who watch us at home, every single week you are the ones. You are the ones who needed and demanded a better wrestling, a fully realized professional wrestling.
Gracias.
That's why we fell.
You are the ones who supported a grassroots, do-it-yourself
Can you pause it for a second?
approach
Grassroots. Like you weren't funded for a billionaire. Okay, continue.
to pro wrestling. And you all are the ones that started a revolution to change the world. You all are the reason that we are here. You all are the reasons for All Elite Wrestling.
All 800 of you are the reason why. By the way, yeah, grassroots made of gold. What a joke. That line was funny. It's like, okay, sure. And like it wasn't like, guys that have been in the business for over like 2 decades each didn't say, hey, let's start this with the billionaire's money, right? Totally grassroots.
That looks like an Exodus Pro crowd.
It does.
No, EXO actually draws better
It kind of does.
on average.
Well, I mean, I think Exodus Pro could sell more tickets.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They just don't have the space. I mean, their room is small.
They've went to smaller venues now. AEW. They're actually coming to Cleveland in the first week of August, and they're playing the Wolstein Center. And I guarantee you, over half of it will be blacked out because they won't be able to sell tickets for it. But I mean, it's
Well, I'd rather it be there or at a smaller arena than man.
they should do Playhouse Square if they could. They could find a way. But they can't.
Nah, I'm good. I've seen some shows at Playhouse Square. It's actually pretty good.
You don't want to ruin the memories.
Yeah. Had some good dates there. It's actually pretty good. Anywho.
Dinner and a show. No.
Dinner and a show. There's some good comedians. We actually saw Taylor Tomlinson at Playhouse Square.
There you go.
She actually did pretty well.
I saw Eliza Schlesinger there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was great.
See, I could afford her tickets. I always wanted to see Kevin Hart. Can't afford his tickets. Nope.
No, because that's at Cleveland Brown Stadium for now.
Yeah, no.
Until it goes inside of a dome.
Didn't I tell you Mike Epps was at my bar down the street from my house?
You did. And
Yeah.
You were with us.
And I was with you guys?
Yeah.
But I couldn't get it anyway because the cover was like $75.
Oh, my God.
I'm looking at that stat like,
Mike Epps
what is
into a-
Mike Epps doing in Bedford?
Come to a bar in Bedford and
What
charge
are you doing?
$75 a pop? Man.
Well,
Did you hear me? That was me getting priced out.
getting priced out.
Good
Man,
Lord.
you could get lamb chops for $10 cheaper. Anywho, they got some good lamb chops. Some good.
I could buy an actual lamb for $75.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Man, come up with a payment plan, you get a Save-A-Lot lamb. Anywho,
The promo.
the promo. Look, Hangman did what he needed to do. It's like, you got to rally the troops. I like that he thanked everybody. I like the anticipation. I like that he waited till the end to thank Swerve. And it wasn't even like a full-fledged thank you. It was thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very businesslike.
There's still something there. And then obviously they're building towards Swerve and Okada.
Mm-hmm.
Again, God have mercy on Swerve's soul for trying to make Okada interesting.
Yeah, we can't talk about Okada while Spectrum's here.
His voice broke more times than my son's has, and he's 7 turning 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But they have a story to tell later because the unified title is being built as the secondary main championship. If Swerve wins it, Page is the world champion. You have a story there. It's the only and the go-to. It's their bloodline right now. Is the Page Swerve story because you can go back to the well and people will enjoy it because they're both pretty good at what they do.
Well, everybody who was involved in saving AEW all has a case for fighting Hangman Page at some point for the title.
That revolves a lot of them turning heel, though. So, I mean, that's the hard part.
Or
you could be Darby Allin or just hang out in the rafters for a year and a half and then eventually just come down and challenge for it.
Darby can climb again. Do another mountain climb.
Climb down, then climb up into the ring and do your job that you decided not to do for the last 6 months. You delinquent? All right.
mean, Sting did not wrestle for 2 years, basically.
I know, but that was bad booking, and we all can admit that.
That was.
And Eric Bischoff probably tell you, too, I probably could have done more with Sting, you know? I don't.
Just like Hulk Hogan said, he ain't ready for the strap, brother.
Sure he's not. Yeah.
But this man has the strap, Hangman Adam Page. I think they updated his side plates, but
They did.
again, congratulations.
Tony saw the belt, so he finally remembered to do it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
The whole company did. But congrats. It was an impassioned promo. I like that everybody sacrificed their bodies and stuff in the death match. And then Hangman and Jon Moxley had another match on Dynamite.
Because the champion always has to wrestle, even when it makes no sense.
Well, it's to sell your body, sell your pain and everything, except the people that got stabbed by forks.
At least they didn't have it be like right after he came out and did the promo. Like that was good. They let it be the main event because I don't know, he's a champion and he should be wrestling like third on your show when it doesn't mean anything.
Well, if you're ever stabbed by a fork or other utensils, you need insurance to be covered. Matter of fact, Mike Fabert promo has never been more fitting than right now.
Gonna ask Mike if he has stabbed by fork insurance. Yeah, that's an AEW special.
Auto, homeowners, renters insurance, health insurance. Boy, you need health insurance if you compete in AEW.
Yeah, utensil insurance. You never know when someone's going to take a fork out, and maybe even a sport. Those are real deadly.
Oh, those are real deadly.
There's only 3 pointies, but they're tough.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
We had a lot of 6th grade battles with those sporks. Let me tell you.
We should have like a segment where we just ask them about obscure stuff. Like, hey, would you cover if I got stabbed by like a trident or something like that? Like, if I'm in the sea, right, and like Neptune rolls up, like, you know.
Well, if Mike was ever in studio, he would tell you that if you need quality health insurance, if Jon Moxley is near you, you need to sign up with Mike from State Farm.
But wait, he was in studio.
What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So like there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even gonna be. say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
Well, I mean, I know you said the joke, hey, we locked the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right. And scene.
Yo, how you gonna get stabbed by a fork, man? Come on, man.
I don't even...
I shouldn't joke about that because that might happen in my life one day. I shouldn't joke about that. It's not funny.
You're going to stab yourself on accident. You heat up something, make some food, whatever it is. You're just going to have your fork in your hand. You're going to forget, and then you're going to go,
Oh, ouch.
oh, no.
Well,
And then Tony's going to sign you to a 7-figure deal.
Well, if you don't know Tony Khan, you should know Mike Fabert from State Farm, because if you ever get stabbed by a fork, you need quality health insurance.
I can't believe we're here.
Unbelievable. That's why Sierra's leaving from Spectrum.
Probably getting stabbed by a fork, and that was enough. Yes.
Thank you, Sierra.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Told you we break the fourth wall here. You'll see the story next week on Spectrum News 1. Can't believe they're doing that. It's a lot of fun.
I can swear now.
Well, not doing our read here for
Mike doesn't give a fuck.
You were waiting for that.
I wanted to hold it like, go find yourself.
Wow. Wow. Your weapon is banned.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah. Oh, Stephen Colbert's going to get his show next year. Anywho, Mike Fabert, that just dropped.
It's almost like he had one for a while.
I know.
And then decided to walk away. Some people are just ridiculous. But you know who isn't, Mike? I can go to the website, myfavoriteagent.com. The phone number for all you blind people or audio listeners, either one, maybe it's both, who knows, 216-932-6900. That's 216-932-6900. Get your mind out of the gutter. Get it over to Mike's website or use that phone number to get your quote. You can do it right on the website, too. It's kind of nice. If you're maybe a little skittish, you're one of those people that can't call the pizza place. You have to order online because you can't talk to somebody. Don't worry. Mike's got you covered. You can do it online. Customized to how you need and what you need.
And again, if you do want to have that conversation, he's great to talk to, by the way. All kidding aside, really great to talk to.
Because...
Oh, they don't do
No,
that
they don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They're supposed to thank God for the new... All right, but no, Mike is also a professional wrestler, so...
I was going to say his office on the corner of Lee and Mayfield.
It's true.
In Cleveland Heights.
And he has a ring inside of it, so if you want to check out a wrestling ring inside of his office... Yeah.
Incredible. The claims adjuster, Mike from State Farm, and we expect you're going to see him and many others at Exodus Pro, their next show, Saturday, August 9th. We'll talk more about their show as we get closer to that date, but before you know it, again, it'll be here again at every single show. You know, unlike another company we talked about earlier in the program, these shows actually move really fast. But you see a lot of great action, a lot of great storytelling.
I'll be fair. Like, when we watched the pay-per-view for AEW, it didn't feel like it was... I mean, there were longer matches. I think only the Young Bucks match was one where I was like, man, they just keep going. But, like, other than that, I mean, the Casino Gauntlets were interesting concept. But...
You're not a fan of that concept,
it's really hard to win a match when there's 15 people in it and it's only one pin.
Yeah, supposedly the concept is if you're the top two, and
you can win.
You can win right then and there.
Yeah, but you only get a minute 30 to beat somebody, and it's AEW. Every match is at least 30 minutes, so there's no way you're beating someone in a minute and a half.
AEW should. It'll never happen because he won't do it. Sign Brock Lesnar, put him in a Casino Gauntlet match. He'll win it in 30 seconds.
You start him against Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, put him in there against Mark Briscoe.
He might kill a man.
Yeah, put him in there. I'm actually warming up to Mark Briscoe. I was not feeling him at first.
Yeah.
I know the backstory and everything like that, but
he was always a tag team guy. So this is really his first foray exclusively in the singles, unfortunately by no choice of his own.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay was always the one that was the singles guy. He was going to be the big star, and
I will admit, an AEW feud to keep an eye on that I'm looking forward to is Mark Briscoe and MJF.
I
actually can't wait for that.
MJF and Hangman's going to be good because the people are going to be invested.
Mm-hmm.
They're invested a little bit in Briscoe, but they know the big prize is around Hangman's waist now because they can see it. But, I mean, yeah.
So we're not the only ones who have a side hustle. Seth Rollins has a side hustle.
He's hosting.
He is a sports talk host.
Yeah. They talked about this, I think, last year because he asked them, maybe he wasn't around WrestleMania, too, like, hey, I got some vacation time, Rich did, coming up in, like, midsummer.
Mm-hmm. Rich Eisen, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, Seth, we think you can handle it. I mean, if you'd like to come in, he's like, yo, let's do it, brother. Like, it sounds great. And then lo and behold, he's using the platform to talk about his injury that he still has no fucking idea what's going on with. I can say fucking. Sorry.
Let's take a look.
I'm sitting down. I look great. I can see myself on the monitor right here. I look great. I'm not going to lie. But underneath this monitor, I do have a leg brace on. Over in the corner are my crutches. This past Saturday, I was in a match on Saturday Night's Main Event, which a special on NBC on Peacock. I was in a match with LA Knight, and I hurt my knee. I was doing a move that I do all the time. It's a moonsault, a backflip. In this particular instance, I was landing not on my belly, but I was landing on my feet. When I landed, I felt my knee kind of pop and buckle. We got out of the match and we moved forward. Monday, I was in Birmingham, Alabama, where our specialists are at. We tried to take a look at the knee through some imaging. It was a little too swollen, so we're going to take another look, hopefully in a week or two here in LA, to try to get some sort of firm diagnosis, and then we can go from there. I am not a doctor. I only know my body and what I feel, and what I feel is that this is going to be me out for an extended period of time. We were talking off air earlier, and it is a bummer, but look, it is what it is. Our business moves on. This isn't the first time that I've been injured. It won't be the last time. No. And I've always just got WrestleMania in the back of my mind. I'm like, can I make it back for WrestleMania, WrestleMania season, for the whole thing? So that's my brain always goes there. And I feel good about that. But beyond like a firm timeline, I just won't know until we get a better answer on the MRI. So that's where it's at. If you guys have any questions or you want to get anything out of the way, that's where I'm at with it. I'm open to whatever you guys want.
These guys ask him a bunch of questions. They have their own show for that. This is ours. But I'm glad he was able to at least give us more perspective. I would like to share with you what I've seen.
Real quick, courtesy of the Rich Eisen show. Go ahead.
Correct. So there is a theory, an Austin theory, who, by the way, on like TikTok, Instagram, inspirational messages, this dude's got like a bunch of them. He's actually like a really good follow. Like, go follow Austin Theory.
Told you once they put him on television as a baby face, he finally turns on Grayson Waller.
Yeah,
he's going to be a top. And I give you credit because you spotted this a year ago. He's going to be a top-notch baby face.
He can be. So there is an Austin Theory circling around the wrestling circles that circle sometimes, like shapes. That Seth is hurt, but it's not as serious as everyone thinks. It's a minor knee injury. It's a tweak, and they're using this to tell a story so he can shock the world and come back early from his injury and cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. That's the theory that's been floated around by Dave, and then a few other people actually outside of the Wrestling Observer have also reported that this is a possibility because there was talk of the injury on Thursday and Friday leading up to Saturday Night's Main Event. And how do they maneuver with it so Seth doesn't hurt it more, so he can take a little bit of time off, but then shock everyone, come back, cash in. Also, not addressing this injury immediately, because I don't care how swollen your knee is, you can get MRI results. 2 days after, you can get MRI results quickly.
Yeah, that's why I thought on Raw, I think we both addressed it on the Reacts, I thought not getting really a answer.
Yeah.
After
Raw. You know what helps swelling in your knee? Fucking flying across the country, Seth. Yes, that's going to make it swell up even more, you fucking that's... It's bullshit. So we know this. It's a work. The extent of it is a work. I do believe he is hurt. It might be a sprain. It might be something that's more... I can severely sprain my knee and miss a month of action because I need to play it safe.
So the report from the Observer was because it was I guess a current injury, so the injury spot, the springboard,
And then
was actually not. That was the injury spot, but
Yes.
he wasn't injured from.
He was injured from that
spot.
He was already hurt, banged up going into the show a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity for Seth to take some time off. You can almost forget about him a little bit. I imagine SummerSlam, because Punk has a World Championship match, I could see them running back the story of when Punk won, or when Drew won at WrestleMania 2 years ago now, and Punk cost him. He loses the title. Seth can do the same thing to Punk. Punk can win the championship from Gunther, possibly.
That quickly?
Yes.
So you run this angle now?
Of course, because everything's sped
And
up in
then-
WWE because they have shows every 2 weeks.
I understand that.
So they don't have a
but
choice.
That is quick.
You don't want Seth out longer than he needs to be. And if this is true, and it's not a serious knee injury, and he can play Swerve, he can play Serve. Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Seth's house, apparently.
I know it's Seth's house, but
Yeah.
somebody broke into it.
Yeah, I don't.
Just don't burn the house down.
It's-
Wait a minute,
it's-
isn't that
it's-
his tagline?
It's literally one of two things. Either he's 100% telling the truth and he's going to be out past WrestleMania, or it is like I have a notion that they would have addressed the Money in the Bank briefcase better, because if Seth came back in June or May of next year, even if it was late April, I mean, that's still only a month to cash in.
Well-
He's very much up against it at that point. There's no shock value in it. They would have moved it on to somebody else. I don't buy that this is a serious injury. I do buy that Seth will take some time. It may not be SummerSlam. It could be maybe the Perth show in October.
Yeah,
It
I
could be
personally
sooner.
think if your theory is correct, I think SummerSlam is too quick of a turnaround.
But it
time.
is a 2-night show. This is the initial shock. We're going into Friday, have not released an update. It's been almost a week. Your swelling is down, you lying sack of shit. I've had knee injuries before. I know what it looks like, and trust me, you're fine. Like you would know what's going on with your body, and WWE has a lot more money than I do. TKO can get that shit. They could have got those results Sunday morning if they wanted them. So that's why I don't. They're playing this like it's a story, and it's a work, and it's a storyline that will manifest in something else.
I trust that this is a real story. I trust that this is a real injury to a point. Thankfully, I haven't suffered a knee injury, so I don't know how that feels.
I think he's hurt. I don't think he's injured.
Well, let's play the game for a second. If this is a real injury,
Oh, he's fucked then.
if this is a real injury, I mean, wrestle from now. This is what
9 months.
This is July. It will be July 18th when this is out.
It's 9 months.
Is 9 months away.
He'd be returning most likely. Now this is the thing now too, because he's had procedures done in that knee already. That was the one he had reconstructed in 2015.
Yeah.
So that could add some time if he had to get that reconstructed again, because he's already done it once.
I think the story of basically, as Heyman laid out, can he make it back? Well, I mean, for Seth personally, can he make it back to WrestleMania? Of course. Like, that's his goal.
Well, that's great, but
can he make it back by June? I will say, because the Money in the Bank briefcase and contract has been around for 20 years, it would be a new Money in the Bank storyline. Somebody who's injured, suffered a critical injury, all of a sudden your year that you have to cash in becomes 3 weeks
that's the thing
to cash in.
So you have to
It's a new story.
But you have to forget then, because I wouldn't even want them bringing it up. I want it to be like he returns and cashes in like May, and we're like, I forgot he had that, because the last time we saw him was on the Rich Eisen show in July. Like, they can't have Paul Heyman parading around with it, reminding everybody,
I think they're going to.
that's the problem. then.
I think they're going to.
Because then you're setting yourself up to it's being predictable. If they announce torn ACL, MCL, whatever, I'm sorry, that's a longer than 9 month injury. He's missing WrestleMania. So now it's okay. We know Seth isn't going to be back until May at the earliest. Mm-hmm. He's only going to have a month.
But isn't Seth Rollins? Let me ask you this, because we're going to talk OTC in like 2 seconds. Isn't the presence of Seth Rollins on Monday nights at least? Is it enough to where everything operates even when Seth Rollins is not there physically, is still within the confines of? Does Seth Rollins have that much drawing power
The
within the framework of WWE?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's put in enough work with that audience to be able to be the guy if given the opportunity, which obviously he's getting that.
Like, can you be the guy without being there?
Yeah.
If you present the Money in the Bank briefcase, I understand this, and I'll give you quick perspective. I'll go back to Cope, Edge. When he was the first one to win Money in the Bank, I believe he was the first one, or second, whatever.
I think he was first.
He was the first. First to win Money in the Bank. He held that briefcase forever. It's like, dude, when you go cash in. And I was, me personally, going back 20 years, I was annoyed that he never cashed in until we finally got the payoff.
Yeah.
I think you get a similar situation, except Seth Rollins is physically not there, but his group that doesn't have a name yet, and will probably never get a name, it's there. Ron Breaker's there. Paul Heyman's there. Bronson Reed is there.
Yeah. I think you make good points. The issue is Seth hasn't been established in that role enough yet to be away.
That's the tricky point.
Because Roman can do that.
Mm-hmm.
He can leave for 6 months and come back, and people will blow the roof off because he was champion for 4 years, and he was presented as the star and drew as the star. Seth is in his infant stages of this, so it's tough for him right now to miss time, as opposed to if he was 2 years into this run, because he's been established, he's the guy, he's had the championship. You know, even if he lost it at that point, he's the main dude. Roman can do what he does because of the work he's put into this point.
And that's the craziest thing about OTC. No matter how much, and I'm not speaking for you, I'm just speaking for myself. No matter how much I'm like, dude, why we got to involve Roman in these stories? What the Roman tie-in? You cannot deny. I cannot deny. Boy, when he came out on Monday, not just the fan reaction in the arena, but the social media reaction from people who's like, OTC's back.
Yep.
OTC1 is back. The captain is back. No disrespect, Cody.
The tribal chief is back.
The tribal chief.
Cody's the quarterback. He's not the captain. He's the quarterback.
He's back. OTC. Stories can happen, but even when OTC's not there, his presence, it still revolves around him. Everything. It's crazy.
They're going to frame it. It'll be Jay and Roman versus Braun and Bronson at SummerSlam. So he gets his match. It's a tag match with Jay. That's cool. They're putting two really over stars together against two guys that, I mean, Braun's already over. It's insane. Like, he's ready.
Yeah.
But I'm happy Roman's back. I think they're going to miss out if Seth is truly hurt on the opportunity to run that one-on-one match back to finally settle it. They've been dancing around it for over a decade.
That's the match I want to see. I'm not 100% sure we're going to get it.
Well, there's two matches I want to see involving Seth. One's with Roman, one's with Cody. Because I want this version of Seth, the so-called finished version of Seth Rollins, with his vision of WWE versus Cody, who is very much the now in the company. That's still my WrestleMania.
I don't think that's the main event anymore.
It depends.
I think me personally, get ready for OTC1 versus QB1. Get ready for Roman Cody.
Again?
Get ready. I think that's your main event.
I don't know.
At Mania Sunday.
We honestly, because Cena's a champ, that we don't know what they're going to do with him and Cody after SummerSlam and who's going to officially be the one to take that title off of him. I have no clue.
And we'll talk more Cody and Cena on next week's show.
But the way they were building it, the way they're building Seth, it made sense. Cody and Seth,
100%. 100%.
yeah. And Roman can still have that match. Honestly, Roman and Punk, we never got that one-on-one match, and they're still teasing that now. So I mean, that could be an Australia match, that could be Royal Rumble, that could be WrestleMania too, and that could honestly be good enough to be a main event if CM Punk is the champion of Night 1, Roman versus Punk for the title. Roman's never held the World Heavyweight Championship. Period.
Look,
so I mean, that's one of the things he could still want to try and get.
I'm not going to be a hater. It's great to see OTC back. He doesn't show any redeeming babyface qualities.
He never
other
has.
Than him, but people love it. People love it.
Can't miss you if you don't go away. When you go away a lot, I'm going to miss you a lot. And when you're that over and you're that talented, I think that people Roman couldn't handle the work rate in AEW or whatever. It's the stupidest thing you've ever said.
Well, he doesn't have to. That's the point.
Because not everyone needs to go a million miles an hour. And the problem is everyone in AEW goes a million miles an hour. No one takes their time.
I always go back to what Noah from AEW, from Exodus when he was here, him and EC3, I always go back to what they say. It's like, I asked them, like, do you guys take into consideration the order of the card? And you remember what he said? It was, yes, because we want certain styles to flow within the show. And EC3 said, like, look, there might be a show where a certain talent, you're going to be on the card, but it's not your place to shine.
Yeah.
This is how it goes. It's how it goes. It's within the framework of the show.
You want to lead with your best story, and if you don't have any other attractions or any other like real big things of note, you want to lead and close with it. And then if you have an attraction, what you kind of want to do is you want to lead with your best story. You want the top of your second hour, the 9 o'clock hour, if it's Netflix or whatever, or now SmackDown. Thank God, 2-hour show. Praise Jesus. You have no idea.
I can't wait to watch Resident Evil. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Dude, Resident Alien, yeah, right.
Yeah, Resident Alien.
An hour earlier this week. Can't wait to watch a video game.
Hey,
no, you're an AEW fan if you do that. I live in my mom's basement, and I love AEW television because it speaks to me. And I love it when they hit women, and I love when they bleed, and they stick each other with forks because I have a fork, and I use a fork, so that means I like it. Mom, where's my meatloaf?
You just convinced me that Adam Sandler's the biggest AEW fan of all time.
Happy Gilmore coming out like next week. I'm excited. It's going to be great. Happy Gilmore 2. Dose.
Mama, I got to watch my wrestling.
That was actually Waterboy. Captain
I know
Insano.
that was Waterboy, and that was what I was referencing, but you're right about Happy Gilmore.
Captain Insano, I put a can of whoop ass on you. Mama says alligators are ornery because they have all those teeth they can't smile though too much.
Gatorade. Water sucks.
That's high quality H2O.
I think Goldberg needed that.
What you don't know is he tore his pec here because he's as brittle as a 58-year-old should be.
Yo,
no, he was in great shape, besides the knee obviously being hurt. And I cannot wait for a week from now when he's allowed apparently allowed to talk about this whole experience because he's mad. Shocker, Goldberg's pissed about something. Where's Bret Hart to counter him?
I told you. They missed out on the finish. We needed Bret Hart last Saturday.
I guarantee you if they would have pitched that, he would have headbutted Triple H.
I loved all the memes. I
Him.
loved all the memes, though, of like, oh, why did Goldberg's speech get cut short? And there's Bret Hart in the control room. Like NBC. Doo-doo-doo.
Wild.
We'll talk about Goldberg when we come back. And then we'll end with something nice. Late Night Madness.
I got the late night munchies.
So did Logan Paul. We'll play it for you when we come back.
Crispy wrapped and grilled. I got the late night munchies.
Back after this. What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
And then I said, no, all right.
We're going to talk about Megan in 2 seconds. I came across this story on social media. So Coldplay had a concert.
I thought that was Pete in Miami.
Coldplay.
He's looking awfully salt and peppery.
So Coldplay had a concert, and they cut to a shot of a couple. No big deal. Apparently, both the guy and girl are married, cuddling with each other, but they're not married to each other.
CEO and HR head from Astronomer caught having an affair on the Jumbotron at Coldplay's Boston concert. Whoopsie doopsie, didn't look at the camera on me.
Kyle and Pete, here's the kicker. There's a woman next to them. She was just promoted to HR last week. And her reaction, she, and you assume the office, knew about this affair.
Oh, no.
And so social media
Wanted to live in corporate America.
So social media, because this obviously happened at night, social media contacted the CEO's wife. It's like, this is what your husband's doing.
You know.
And then somebody on the comments said, take him to the cleaners.
I don't want to. Yo, Kenny Omega's coming to his house. I don't. I don't like. We don't get too into like social stuff here, like in the norms of all that. But I hate like the I need to tell someone culture.
Yeah.
Like, listen, dude is on video doing this. Believe me, his wife saw it.
Oh,
I don't need 45,000 people on X to be like, oh, I gotta fucking message his wife and tell him.
Unbelievable.
Like, trust me.
Yeah.
He's a CEO of a major company, and he was on a fucking screen.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna go out. It's gonna go
It'll
viral.
go out.
It's gonna get picked up by a company or by an organization or whatever. Like,
It'll go out.
yeah, like
Her-
mind your own fucking business.
the-
You know what? Maybe they're getting a separation. You don't fucking know what's going on there. Maybe he's just happy to finally have some love in his life. Maybe he hasn't had a lot of that lately, and they're working through it, or they decided they're going to end things, and he happened to find someone he enjoys sooner than the final paperwork went through.
Well, according to the New York Post, the person he was canoodling with was the HR director.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Okay.
So she actually.
Oh, that's even worse.
So she actually.
Listen, man.
Oh, that's worse.
Listen, man.
Hey, at least HR knew.
No.
Yeah, that's true. HR do.
So here's the thing. Because of the situations I've been through in my life, I look at things a little bit different than some people. I don't pass judgment. Because we don't know what this dude's life is like. Just because I can make all the jokes about being a
and
CEO.
a woman.
Yeah, we have no idea
We
what
have no
what
idea.
actually is going on in their personal lives. And honestly, it's none of our fucking business.
Yeah.
So
I just like how you're right though. It's like everyone like
we got our own problems. Yeah. I got to pay rent every month. Me commenting and trying to message some guy's wife about him having an affair doesn't change the fact that my life still has other shit going on that's more important than someone else's shit they have going on. I'm not his best friend. I'm not his family member. I'm not, his wife's friend or, whatever, or she's not my sister.
Uh-huh.
Why should I give a fuck about what this dude is doing or not doing with who he's doing it or what he's doing with? If I work for the company, that's where I can maybe see like, our head of HR is sleeping with our CEO. I may need an explanation about what's going on with this, but I don't work for astronomy or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what star sign lines up with who gives a fuck.
We need an applause button for you on that, Kyle, because you're right. Because you're absolutely. The whole thing is like if people get excited about it. I just find it funny that it was HR. But
Pete is married. If AA starts having sex with Pete, I would like to know because it affects our relationship. Okay, as a podcast, as a community.
To be perfectly honest, if that happens, this show is 20 times better.
Listen, Pete, if
that ever happened, this show is 30 times better.
I'm glad
that standing for your potential relationship.
I'm glad my son is sitting right over here.
His eyes are wider than fucking flicking a Bug's Life. He's like, whoa!
Thank God for AirPods right now.
Do you understand?
The words that are coming out of my mouth?
The hell with the wrestling storylines. My storylines. I mean,
what Lil Wayne say? Suck a dick for an iPhone?
Boy.
Blow my home Terry for a BlackBerry?
We will not be sending this segment to Spectrum.
I think we should. This should be the only thing we send. Oh, my goodness. Nevertheless, that would be a situation where it'd be nice to know just because it's going to affect our work dynamic and, that kind of stuff.
Man.
I want to know who's on top, who's bottom, that kind of stuff.
I'm telling you the story.
Because I'm curious.
It's storytelling, Kyle.
Yeah, what a book we've opened here.
Let's talk about Omega Video Marketing.
The book of gay.
We played our commercial 5 minutes
The
ago.
Lost Scripture, the book of gay.
Omega Video Marketing, if you're a digital content creator, if you're a small business owner.
Genesis 69.
Megan
And then he
Gallagher
spit
has
on that
you
thing.
covered. Go back to last week's episode. Put the one shot on me, please. We're going to finish this the right way. Go back to our episode from last week. Megan was in studio.
Tua, spit on that thing.
No, don't do that. She was in studio last week.
Pete and you.
A lot of event-based coverage. Again, Omega Video Marketing, MeganRG440 at gmail.com. That's MeganRG440 at gmail.com.
Can I can I apologize to Megan for?
We're just going to the next slide. Go ahead.
I feel bad for torpedoing her segment. There,
You know what? It's
You
my
brought it
fault.
up. You brought it
I
up.
will admit, it's my fault.
It is your fault.
Because I saw that story doing our commercial, and I'm like, whoa.
and then you said it'd be more interesting if you had an affair with Pete for our show.
Am I wrong?
No. Book of Gay.
Third week in a row. Shout out to Charles Robinson. He actually has a cracked rib because of Bill Goldberg.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does.
Is that legit?
Yeah.
Wow.
But he'll be on SmackDown tonight. My question: which referee goes into the WWE Hall of Fame first, Charles Robinson or Earl Hebner? Go.
It probably should be Charles. Dude's been taking some bumps lately.
Goodness.
He got absolutely just mollywopped by Cena. He gets speared by Goldberg.
I
God.
mean, this alone, man.
Next, they're going to have Ryback come back and put him through a fucking table. It's going to be
I
crazy.
actually want him to live, so let's move on.
Do you know what you're doing, or are you fucking stupid? I'm fucking stupid.
So Goldberg was on a podcast.
Was it Ariel?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Hawaii.
Yeah, it was.
Check it out, by the way. Ariel's great.
Phenomenal stuff. And he did a great job on the Netflix boxing.
Him and Chris Van Vliet are kind of pushing each other for best interviews.
So this scene looks like the end of a Saturday Night Live episode.
Where's Morgan Wallen walking off without shaking anyone's hand
I
or
think
hugging
Goldberg. Well, no, Goldberg should have did that.
I gotta go to God's country.
Goldberg should have did that. Goldberg should.
He had some help. Couldn't make that mess all by himself. He did have some help.
Yeah. Well, Goldberg on his podcast, on Ariel's podcast, basically said he would have liked to have more time. He laid out the story for 6, 7, 8, 9 months, and they only gave him 3 weeks. I'm like, look, I understand Goldberg being frustrated by this, but number one, it's network television. When NBC goes off the air at 10 o'clock, they're off the effing air.
They went to break at I think it was after they did the entrances. Goldberg did his entrance, and they went to break again.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, really? Not even starting the match? You're going to break immediately? They did not. Yeah, I don't. And they started early. Remember?
They gave Goldberg a longer match.
15-minute match.
They could have had Gunther squash him. They could have. And I would have came on the air and I would have said, do you blame WWE? He's the world champion. He'd put down Goldberg. But they gave him a competitive match.
I mean, apparently Gunther is set up to have a hell of a year. Because it was Goldberg, apparently. Well, he's getting punked now at SummerSlam. Then he's supposed to, there's rumors he's going to get Cena in December to retire him.
That's good. That's compared to last year where he was facing mid-carders.
I mean, talk about a flip of the script. It's full-on 180. Remember when you weren't facing anyone important? Yeah, we're going to have the 3 biggest stars ever in wrestling, and you're going to beat all 3 of them in the same year.
Good, and he looks legitimate facing A-level talent. But again, Goldberg, listen.
I'm looking forward to when he decides to spill all this shit about the entire process.
No, it's fine. It's just dude, they gave you a retirement match.
Didn't have to.
Your full-time wrestling career ended in 2001.
In 2003, he was there for the full year.
He was there for okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
His full-time wrestling career ended at WrestleMania 20.
Did. Ironically enough, so did Brock's kind of.
Yeah.
He had some good
But at least Brock had, like, headline matches for, like, 10 years plus afterwards.
Yeah, he had some
when
run.
he came back.
But you know who's not getting a retirement match? Probably Brock.
Probably Brock.
So, I mean, he just gets mentioned, but he doesn't get actually...
Like, I don't know anybody else in pro wrestling who believes they're in a bigger place in the history of pro wrestling than Goldberg, and he doesn't belong... Like, he's not in anybody's top 10 list. If we did a top 20 list, he wouldn't be there. And he would barely scratch the surface if we did a top 50 list. Bill Goldberg, I love him. He's one of my favorite wrestlers back in the day. But stop it.
I think if we were having this conversation in the late 90s, early 2000s, it'd be a lot different because of the star he was and the draw he was and the story. I mean, if you're going to have someone run the table, this is the guy to do it. Like, I give him a lot of credit for still looking as good as he does. You know, he puts in work. He cares. A lot of people said, oh, he just has a couple-minute matches or, 30 seconds. He doesn't give a shit. All of his work is done before the bell rings.
Oh, yeah.
All of his work is done before. The bell rings and it's nothing. This is it. But, like, his work, he puts into looking the way he does to having the ability that he's a freak. I give him a lot of credit for that. But he did exactly what I thought a 58-year-old was going to do. He was going to hang out for a minute, and then he was going to get his ass kicked, and he did. I mean, that's just what it was. I don't have much more for him. He can bitch and moan all he wants about the process, but again, be happy you got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of these guys, Bret Hart deserved a retirement match. He got it with Vince. Like, that was his send-off, essentially. Brock does deserve a retirement match. He gave the company a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He gave Roman Reigns his career, essentially, his status as the guy. Like, and Seth. He put Seth on that pedal. He put a lot of guys up.
His match with Cody at the SummerSlam main event a few years back.
He put Cody over twice. Like, he put Cody in that spot. Brock has been that pedestal guy who's handed the reins, no pun intended, over. Like, he deserves to have that moment. Unfortunately, the stuff he is into privately has caused some issues with that.
Yeah.
Unless he's somehow found a way to be exonerated. It's not like our court system is perfect or anything, but nevertheless, I don't know. But
I think that CEO needs that system first.
yeah, Jesus Christ, certain people deserve it. Cena obviously deserved what he's getting. Goldberg, I think he deserved a match. He got it. If he's pissed about the process, I'll be right behind Bret Hart saying, dude, shut the fuck up. Just be happy you got it. If you still are pissed and still want to go wrestle when you felt the adrenaline, Tony will pay you money.
Yeah.
Go to AEW.
Hey, listen, Ric Flair didn't want to retire, even though WWE gave him a retirement tour, basically, and he continued wrestling.
Ric Flair has retired 15,000 times, though.
Yeah,
he retired in 2005, Revolution. That guy will never. His retirement will be when the name officially goes, and the second date goes on the tombstone. That's when Ric Flair will officially retire.
This does again look like an SNL ending. Bill Goldberg should at least.
I want to thank musical guest Billie Eilish. I want to thank you. Jesus Christ.
Good for Goldberg.
All right, let's end on a positive note.
This, I couldn't believe it because listen.
Ooh, I can't believe it. She all on me. My God, I think she want me.
You know what's?
I never leave her lonely. No.
I didn't think late night television would be in the news all this week. We just found out as our taping that Stephen Colbert's ending, or CBS is ending his show.
You want to hear what did Kevin Hart say? You want to go late night? You want to go late night?
You want to go night night?
You want to go late night? Do what Jelly Roll did and put Logan Paul through a fucking table.
This is an unbelievable clip, courtesy of ABC. You'll see Jelly Roll.
Ding, ding, ding.
Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and eventually Logan Paul for your enjoyment. Before we go, take a look.
Nobody flew here to see you act like a prick. Wrong time, wrong place. Why don't you back the world and you know it,
He's gone. Yeah. Jelly's like, what?
I don't know what to do. I just lost. I guess we're gonna go to commercial break. Commercial is Oh, actually, no, I don't think we're going to go to commercial break.
It's the best heel in pro wrestling, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul doesn't want to be
Here's my TED Talk.
You people are so stupid. Someone has to stop him. What are you, dummy? You a late-night talk show host? You a wrestler? You a country star? I told you this, Mr. Dummy Roll. Stay in your lane, stupid. Because I'll tell you what you are. You, my friend, are a greasy, redneck prison rat.
Who the f***
Shut the hell up, Jelly Roll. There's your receipt, stupid. Hey, congrats.
Here's your
Logan Paul
receipt,
show
stupid.
now. A real superstar. So, ladies and gentlemen, you want to see a real star? I'm here. Why don't you leave, huh?
Like a cane choke. Oh, feet over his head.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate you coming out. You can see Randy Orton and me wrestle live on the 2nd of March, WWE SummerSlam, Never Stadium, baby. We'll be right back with music from Joey Badass.
Oh, amazing. We can stop there so we don't get copyrighted. That's amazing.
Can we confirm or deny that they were able to get a new desk in there at some point?
They had a musical guest. They didn't need a desk.
Oh, shit. Was it also Jelly Roll? Because he is kind of...
Not any.
No, he was just hosting.
Yeah, he was the guest host. I believe Jimmy takes the whole summers off now.
Shit, to have that job. He's like a teacher.
I know.
He said
It's amazing.
He said a teacher works hard.
It's amazing. Jimmy Kimmel's going to outlast Stephen Colbert. That's crazy.
Well, not like life-wise.
On the.
Yeah, but cumulative years.
I know. What if CBS hired Greg Guffield?
Hey, what if they didn't? Hey, what if I cared?
Yeah, I'm just spitballing. You know, we serve all of our audiences here.
Yeah. I was waiting for the straw. You said you were spitballing. I was going to spit one at Pete.
Yeah.
See if his reflexes have come back after all the hookers and blow he had in Miami.
Caught on camera.
And now here's a video of Pete.
No.
At the nightclub next to his son doing an 8-ball and watching a girl shake her ass.
When you watch Jelly Roll with that choke slam.
Line of the year.
Let
that breathe like Pete wasn't, all right? Like, come on.
Yeah, I got to let that marinate.
Oh, my God. His heart rate was at least triple digits the entire trip.
Boy, we learned a lot today.
I thought you were supposed to get tan. I get all that white down in Miami, bro. What's going on? Is that a mustache? You just happy to see me? Whoa! I'm Shane Gillis at the ESPYs. Sorry.
Hey, the teleprompter ran out.
Oh, my God. Something. Caitlin Clark fighting black women in a Waffle House.
Boy.
Oh, my God.
I did like beforehand, he was like, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, you're not going to like this one. Holy shit.
He knew that joke was terrible.
Nevertheless, I'm excited for the match now. This was fun.
I thought you was about to break down the ESPYs. I did not
No,
watch a
I
single
didn't.
second.
That was
of
the only
ESPYs.
clip I saw, literally the only clip I saw of it, other than ESPN notifications I was getting from it. So, yeah.
When you watch Jelly Roll choke slam Logan Paul, it's almost like The Undertaker trained him for 3-4 hours. It's almost like Jelly Roll is taking this seriously.
You can tell when Triple H mentioned guys like Jelly, and he mentioned, obviously, Bad Bunny and some of these other guys. There's a person he left off the list because Travis Scott is fickle and decided he wasn't going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So he is officially out of this whole thing, it appears, so to speak.
Can't strike 1,000.
But, tell you what, when you have someone like Jelly who went to Triple H and said, I'm going to lose all this weight, and then when I do, I want to do something.
Yeah.
He's like, prove it. And he fucking did it.
And
he's not done yet.
and-
He's going to look like Machine Gun Kelly when he's done with all this stuff.
He might be.
Might be
He
150 pounds.
Logan Paul, I cannot stress this enough. Phenomenal.
Hear me out. Would you be willing?
I don't have to slide anymore.
Right. No. Hear me out, though.
Okay.
Hear me out here. H-E-A-R.
Yeah.
H-E-R-E. Since Logan is still young, 27, 28,
I think so.
and he has said, I want to commit to this. His podcast is now a WWE Fanatics podcast. Would you be okay if it wasn't Gunther or Oba, if Logan Paul retired John Cena and won the championship doing it? Because he's committed to this company now. He has said, he's even said, first and foremost, I'm a WWE superstar.
If it's clean, no.
Well, yeah.
If it's through interference.
Cena's not retiring a heel. He's not.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't mean like clean. I mean like clean finish.
I know what you're talking about.
If it's a clean finish, no. If it's through shenanigans and interference that fits within his character, hell yes. I'm not even joking. Hell yes.
I mean, they also set it up. Cena and Paul, he talked shit about Logan. He said he was distracting him so it wouldn't be a concern for me and my title. You think Logan's going to forget that stuff? He probably banks all that shit.
I will also add that will beg for a return match with Cena one final time. In my mind, I don't think Cena's final match will be in December.
I think it will be. I don't think they do this whole thing for a year.
No. What I'm saying is
he could lose to Logan sooner.
What I'm saying is it'll be billed whomever he faces to. Again, my personal preference is Oba, or if you're really serious about Gunther, sure.
I give him Oba.
But
or Trick.
I'm so high on Oba that
and he has nothing else to do. He's wrestling fucking jobbers.
He's wrestling somebody outside.
There's a broom
at
somewhere
Walgreens.
that's getting a little lonely.
If you're at Walgreens right now, you could fight for the NXT Championship and get killed, but you could be main eventing a pay-per-view. Anywho, yeah, you can see where I stand on that.
I'm not far behind you.
But my vision, yes, the retirement tour is locked in, it's ready to go. If you go with the Logan Paul thing, if it's so despicable, and by this point Cena would complete the babyface turn, keep calling out John Cena until he agrees to a rematch at WrestleMania. And then that's the send-off. Again, you don't have to do that.
They're giving him a whole year.
I don't know.
He has WrestleMania. I wouldn't hate it, but I don't think John. I think if there's one thing Cena has been throughout his entire career, it has been genuine. He's spoken truth a lot, and when he says "I'm done physically wrestling" at the end of this year, I believe him.
I understand.
I would not be mad if you're right.
Growing up, I listened to Mick Foley say he was going to retire 10 times.
The characters of Mick Foley and John Cena. John Cena and any other wrestling retirement, because he's mentioned it. He's literally brought it up. He's like, hey, like I know when people say they retire and there's like 15 retirements. Like, no, I want to give it everything one last time. That's why he's doing the full year. He's shown up a lot more than I give him credit for. Like he may stretch those 36 days.
Let me add one more thing back to your Logan Paul question. Let me add one more thing.
Because, I mean, he's being built up as that guy.
I understand. Let me add one more thing. Because sometimes we do get trapped. I do. I can't speak for you. With this side hustle, with this job, sometimes blurring the lines between what's best for business, what we analyze, and heel heat, right?
He's got both.
So,
dude, his reach on social media alone.
So, I will admit, if they go through with that, the first show that we do, I might be upset.
But you know what'd be great, though? I'm thinking it like 10 steps ahead of this. Logan wins that championship. Guess who beats him for the title?
Who?
Dom Mysterio. Long-term booking.
I understand.
Down the road.
I'm
make another star who's only going to be probably 30 at that time. He could be your one of your faces for the next 10, 15 years.
I'm doing a Gen Z stare right now, processing all my thoughts.
Dude, it books itself.
No, I'm not. Build up Dom just a little bit more.
Oh yeah, of course. This would not happen overnight. This would be a process.
Build him up a little bit more. I think you'd be on the money. Now, the only thing though, can you justify the WWE Championship, which has been held by Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, QB1 Cody Rhodes, and John Cena?
Yeah,
and those are three.
All timers.
All timers.
Well, Cody will be probably when it's all said and done.
Those are three faces of the company.
Yeah.
Can you go to Logan Paul?
Absolutely.
And then can you go to Dom Mysterio?
Absolutely. Dom is an actual lifer of WWE and pro wrestling in general. He was around this when he was a little baby. And Logan is a big enough star and has already had championship matches. And every time we talked about it, Logan can't have a bad match. Like even against Ricochet, his match, it wasn't talked about as much, but it was still pretty good. Like, and
in your scenario, Dom Mysterio's a babyface?
Yes. Logan Paul can never be a face.
No, I understand. That's why I asked. That's why I wanted to make sure.
We got a glimpse of what a babyface Dom could possibly look like and his reaction he can get when he won the IC title. Oh. Imagine if he leaned into it.
Judgment Day, when they were facing New Day,
they were faces.
Fully embraced as baby faces. Finn Balor, amazing.
It's almost to the point now where I'm concerned about Liv when she comes back. She may get booed.
I don't think so because they're gonna.
She won't get booed when she comes back first, but when they're together,
I don't think so because I think Roxanne Perez is gonna do a good job getting those boos.
Fingers crossed.
You can a couple. I'll take you back to Triple H and Stephanie on television. Just because you have an on-screen couple, let's just say Dom and Roxanne Perez is a couple. Dom could be cheered and Perez could be booed.
Yeah.
You don't both have to be booed.
Well, look at Rhea and Dom. Rhea was cheered and Dom was booed out of the building. So, I mean, but that's the biggest heels can always be turned most times to be the biggest faces, and that's where you can.
Last thought before we wrap up about this feud with Randy Orton, Jelly Roll, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul.
It's a nice distraction.
A+ feud, A+ effort by all four of these guys from the start. You always get worried when, like, insert celebrity here is going to be involved in storylines. Because in your mind, you truly believe it doesn't work at first. Right. It won't work. But when the key to all this is Logan Paul. He's the key to all this. And, of course, Randy Orton. But all four parts, when Logan Paul embraces that line, it's like he comes out, it's like, you don't belong in this ring. You belong on the stage. This ring is for guys who have sacrificed their blood and sweat and tears like me.
He plays it so well.
It's, man.
But the sad
one of my favorite promos of the year.
Logan Paul's been doing this now for, 4 or 5 years? Like, he's been in the business now for a little bit. So, and he's trained a lot, and he's had great matches, and he's done some pretty good things. He's been a U.S. champ. So he's won a championship already. I mean, I don't know, man. Jake may be handling the box and stuff, and he may be handling the pro wrestling thing. They could both have a championship one day. You never know.
This is good stuff, and a great way to end our first show back after our little vacation. Follow us on social media, all platforms, Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast with AA and Kyle on Facebook, Side Hustle Podcast 216 on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. LPV Productions on YouTube. And those are all of our shows. Every Friday morning, we're on the air with new shows. So.
And so we're going to wrap it up by finishing on screen the rest of Pete's blow that he brought back from Miami on the plane. All right, Pete, pull it out of your ass. Come on. Come on. That was the sound it made when it came out.
See you next week, everybody.
One of those pop socket things. Popped it when you were a kid and popped in the air.
You ever put baking soda?
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
I got baking soda, man.